Hey everybody.
Hi there folks, how are you today? We are, and gosh, I don't even know, I think our 45th episode. Can you believe that?
Yes, it's almost a year now.
It's been almost a year.
Close again on our anniversary, yeah.
Yes, we're approaching that special day, and today we are starting in the evening. We do that sometimes. We have busy weeks and we have to kind of squeeze in time to sit down and chat with you folks because we enjoy it and we want to make it a nice chat amongst friends. So today it's in the evening, but we are in a different week. We are just hoping to kind of chip away a little bit more at that entertainment room. We're having kind of a weird weather week where it's kind of cold some days, it's
rainy,
kind of warm, tons of rain. Yeah, we are just trying to squeeze in whatever we can.
Can't really do much outdoor work.
We can't. We'd like to.
Yeah.
But we can't do that. So
we're going to do some more sheetrocking, that kind of thing in the room downstairs.
Yeah.
Some, get that taped and mudded, that sort of thing.
That's our hope anyway. Yeah.
We'll see.
We have, various things going on this week outside of our
it's going to be a busy week.
Our YouTube here.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see what we get done.
Yeah. So today, sorry guys, I'm hoping I don't come across as like my eyes are a little bit off. I had my yearly eye exam today, so my pupils are huge and I'm a little foggy-eyed, so I'm kind of, my eyes are wandering. Anyway, so we're hoping to do that. We did start sanding the closet door. We started using the paint stripper because there was layers and layers and layers on this free door that Paul had picked up, which is great. And he cut it to fit. We call it our little hobbit door. But we started stripping it with paint. We didn't tape that, but it was a little tedious. We didn't know how it would come out. It turned out great on one side. The other side it didn't. And now we're hoping to sand it down, put it back up, and stain it. So hopefully it'll come out okay. We'll see how it turns out. So that, and then like you mentioned,
continuing the sheetrocking and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably all we're gonna have time for this week.
It's a busy week, so
I don't know. We could surprise you. I don't know, but I'm pretty confident we're probably only gonna be able to do that this week. We're having some. We are having some things delivered. We're having. We did order a small sofa for Jacob for the room, and what else did we order? Oh, lightings.
Yeah.
So 2 lights to go up. This, I don't know if you remember, but we said it's going to be kind of a pop art style in the room. So this is different for us, and different than I've ever done. So I'm trying to kind of embrace that culture and research a little bit. So it's new to me, but I'm very excited. He's still somewhat laid back and relaxed, so it's not going to be too crazy. It's not going to be bold colors, and it's going to be somewhat muted in the colors. So I'm trying to combine that along with this pop art style. So we're getting really excited about that. So we did order a couple things that I hope are going to work out. He's very tech savvy and really wants some kind of tech features in there. So we're trying to find some cool stuff with that as well. So we've got that going, and we've it's already arrived, so we can't do anything, we can't put it together, move it into the room until then. We ordered some stuff on Amazon, which is great. But yeah, I guess that's all we're gonna probably have time. It's a lot of rain this week, so hopefully next week we can tackle, because we have a graduation party coming up in a couple months. We're gonna do it a little bit later than his graduation, so we'll have time to get some stuff accomplished. Hopefully the rain will taper off in a week or so, and we can start tackling some outdoor stuff. And at the same time, so you're gonna get kind of these split videos where we're going to have some outdoor time and in the basement in his entertainment room.
We're trying to get a lot done, obviously, before this party. We want to get everything in order, so
yeah. We're motivated. We're ready.
Oh, we've got this. It's just we're gonna be doing all kinds of different things, multitasking, I guess, right?
Yeah. It's spring and, you know, we're in that mode, so no more resting for the winter. We're kind of mumbling here because we're getting tired at the end of the day here, so welcome. We'll see you, and we want to welcome new subscribers.
Yes.
We thank you for tuning in and
Absolutely.
joining
Cheers.
our little community, and
Happy to have you.
yeah, we're so happy. We're so thankful for you, and for all our OG fans, thanks so much for being with us. Some of you right from the beginning,
Yeah.
and some of you not too long ago. But thank you so much, and tune in this week and see what we actually get done.
Yes. So I've got some insulation in this wall to deaden the sound, but because I've made the extension in the room, the insulation that was there is not enough to fill in all the spaces. And rather than go out and buy some more, I've got these foam panels that we had on the walls out here before. I got a big case of them. I think I was throwing them out of work years ago. Anyway, so these are fire retardant panels. I'm going to rip them down and fit them in between the studs there as some insulation. Now they won't be perfect, but they're better than nothing, and you can't beat the price. So this is the door for that little storage area in the entertainment room. We use this stripper here, this clean strip, premium stripper with a color change technology. Worked really well, stripped the paint right off. We decided, after it was up, we decided maybe stripping it down and staining it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to sand it up and touch it up, get it ready for staining. Okay folks, so this is going to be the inside of the door. It did not come out nearly as clean as the other side. So we figure we're going to paint this side and stain the other side. The side that will be visible will be stained.
But I think it'll give it a cool appearance to have black on one side, stain on the other. That paint stripper worked really, really well, except for this side. It just, for some reason, the veneer is just so strong, and we still have this orangey look. We're having a lot of this bumpy, so we just want to sand it down so it's not bumpy, lumpy, the best we can.
We didn't want to invest too much time. We could spend another hour or two getting this down to bare wood and then staining it, but...
Well, and this is the inside of a storage closet in the basement and the corner room, so I'm not actually...
Nobody's going to see it.
No, I mean, possibly a little hobbit will want to live in there and will notice it and be horrified, but...
Well, the hobbit can stain it.
Can work on it, yes. But the... and I was hoping to get these off. We cannot get these off, these plates. So we have, we tried to sand as much. We used some stripper on this as well, on the, not pewter, but the silvery.
The metal.
The metal of the doorknob here, the plate. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, the doorknob plate. But so what we're going to do is we sanded it down the best that we could, and we're going to do a spray paint or paint it on, and we are going to try to secure it more. Paul's going to try to get some wood glue in there and try to clamp it and try to get it more secure so it's not as rickety. He did get the plate here, the key plate, and also with the this plate here, where this part of the wood here, I don't know what it's called, guys. Sorry, I'm not going to try to pretend to be cool and know this stuff. But also the hinges on this side, we sanded the best we could. We're also going to do that as well. The hope was to replace a lot of this and maybe repair the original here. Look, anybody out there, we did it too. We painted and painted and painted. When you have a gem like this, you have an old-fashioned door with old-fashioned hardware. If you have the opportunity, try to fix it up. This is a fabulous antique door that I couldn't date it, but I know probably, possibly late 1800s, early 1900s. It's a great door, great doorknob, and it's worth restoring. Unfortunately, it gets to a point sometimes where you just exhaust yourself on a door, which is why this week not much got done, because we're focusing on little things like this. So what we've decided to is just basically put our hands up and surrender. And this is the inside, so like Paul said. So we are going to paint that black, possibly paint the edges black, paint the hinges and the plates, you know, all this part here black, and make it look as nice as we possibly can. And the other side turned out pretty great, so we're just going to put some Danish oil on that and give it like that stained look and really just preserve the wood the best we can. Whenever you have a chance to preserve and you have an opportunity, you go into a place, maybe you're not a fan of wood and you want to paint it, try not to. Try to resist. Do whatever you want to in your own home. Totally get that. We all have our own styles, but if you have a gem like this, it's always great to preserve the wood. Or if you've decided to paint it, and you may change your mind one day. So the best way to do it is not put on layer after layer after layer. Try to strip it down, sand it, and then paint it, and then do it again when you want to go back to the wood, just so you won't have this issue. This is years and years of people going over and over and over with paint, and it was just awful. To see this beauty under here is just such a shame. So to see what happened to it. But anyway, the veneer, by the way, veneer is very, very tricky. So, and it can be kind of gucky. So we're going to do our best to make it look great. It's going to be in a closet in a corner, so we're not that concerned on this side, but the other side's going to look great. So that's it. So as you can see, this side turned out way better. There's a little bit of that veneer that just doesn't want to come off, but the rest of it is pretty great. Again, it's in a corner room, in a closet, in the basement. So I'm not actually that concerned, but I do want it to look really cool. And it may actually give some cool variegation here with the color. It could be really cool. So let's see.
Okay folks, I've never used this Danish wood oil before, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah, so
it's a dark walnut finish.
Paul's cousin had her husband had given it to him.
Yeah, he's cleaning out his garage and stuff, had some extra stuff.
Yeah.
So
he used to be in the business of flipping houses and remodeling, and so he had a lot of this, and he's kind of settling down and retiring, and offered this to Paul. So this is something that we trust his opinion because he's in the business, but right. Hopefully it's not too old and it works all right.
What do you think about the look of this?
Oh, very cool. Yeah, it won't be too dark, you don't think?
I don't know, it's a dark walnut finish.
All right, so let's do that and then use a different part to wipe it immediately. Like, let's try this and then wipe it immediately.
Oh, that's not too dark, right?
That's not too bad. That's pretty good. We're hoping this has like a cool, rough wood look. The only thing that's bugging me a little bit is has a little bit of that orangey color. That's kind of bugging me.
I kind of agree. I expect it to be much darker.
Yeah. I don't know, folks. I'm not too jazzed about this. This is kind of doing an orangey look. And it's not the Danish oil. It's the door itself is that type of orangey type of wood. And it just, yeah, just needs a little bit of a black wash. I think we'll do our typical black wash that we do on things and darken it up a little bit. There's some parts of the door too that we couldn't get that, like Paul was saying, can't get that paint out of there, so the black wash will help cover that too. One of these days we really need to get a corner sander so we can get in little nooks like that. For now, it's fine. It's sanded down pretty well. It's just, it gets in those little nooks and crannies that it's hard to get in there unless you have a corner sander. What do you call that kind of sander?
Finish sander? Detail sander maybe?
Detail sander. That's it.
That's right.
Apparently words are hard today. For me.
For me too. And that's okay.
That is all right.
Well, what's that, folks?
Looked better, I think, a lighter wood. I am curious to know if we bleach the other side, if that would take some of that varnish off. I do believe it would. Huh.
Well, it sounds like a real pain in the ass.
Well, possibly. All right, so we're gonna let that dry for a bit, and then probably do that black wash. But there it is, folks. So Paul's going to black wash a little bit over it to get some of that orangey out, which is pretty great. If you're not sure how to do that, it's a pretty simple, even coat of black paint and water, the same 1-to-1 ratio. We do show it on previous episodes if you want to see it in person. And we are just placing it over that. And how's it coming out from over there? From over here, I can't tell.
Well, I can't tell you either. That's sloppy.
So what we're doing here, folks, is just kind of looking at it and seeing how we like it.
You good? Should I continue?
Yeah, I think
At it with all your glasses on?
I have to have these on, but
You can't look at it without.
no, it's very, very sensitive. But okay, obviously it's not taking in certain spots, but I think it's going to give a cool appearance, and it definitely is better than the orange. It's just looking like it almost gives like a darkened cherry kind of feel to the wood with the dark black wash over it. But I like it. I'm thinking it'll look really great in his room. If we give it some time more and we just don't like it, we'll just straight up paint right over it. But I really hate to do that. I really want to at least on one side preserve the wood. So, yeah. All right, so I'm going to leave Paul to this and not micromanage. I'm going to let him finish this, and I will see you later, dear.
Thanks, darling.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
So, we had a great week. Great meaning we got stuff done.
Yeah. Well,
We
yeah.
got something done.
Yeah.
Kind of a slow process this is, but you know, life. You have appointments, you have things to do, life gets in the way sometimes. So this week was kind of one of those crazy weeks where not a lot got done, but excited that we accomplished anything at all.
Yeah. It was a good week.
Yes. So what's going on? So we had tackled the door. We had sanded and stripped it, which we didn't show the paint stripping part, but we did sand it, and we painted one side black because it just didn't come out very good, and the other side did come out well enough. So we did a stain. It kind of came out a little orangey, so we decided to do like our black wash that we do.
Yep. It came out okay.
Yeah, and if you want to see how to black wash, it is very, very simple. It's just 1-to-1 ratio, but if you really want to see it in action, we have past episodes where we do show you that process. One of them being the barn door episode, you can see that.
Right, we did,
With the laundry room, finishing that off. Okay.
So we worked on the sheetrock a little bit also. And
we did,
that was it this week, huh?
Yes. A little chilly up here, so a little chilly. Sorry, guys. We are up in we're up here because I wanted to kind of highlight a little bit, because coming up in the next episode we are going to tackle this little corner. Paul had made this beautiful bench for me when I was recovering from surgery. You can go back and look at some past episodes and see just that moment. It was something I had been wanting for a long time, and we love this spot.
It's a great spot.
Yeah,
you picked the spot. I had a different spot in mind, but this is way better.
Thanks,
Love
hon. Thank you for this bench. We have a small flat part of the yard, and we have a lot of land that's hill. So we have built a trail, and we've made this little spot here where it's a great spot because we get that privacy and we still get to look out over our home, which is really lovely. Yeah. So we'll be tackling that next week.
Yeah, we're gonna do some planting around here, spruce it up a little bit. Yeah. So.
And what's great about it is we have a lot on our property that needs to be kind of halved. We're going to
split some perennials and that sort of thing. Do some transplanting. We're really not going to spend any money on the. We're going to put a little mulch down, I think.
We are spending money on the mulch. We're hoping that we have enough. We may have to, in the process of doing it, we may have to go back and get more. Because we really want a good thick layer, so we may have to get more. But we're using a lot of our perennials on the property, and we did get one plant though. We shouldn't say it's free. We did spend on a salvia, which we found at Aldi's, by the way. Great resource sometimes. Great price. So we'll be showing you that next week, the next episode. We're a little behind because we got a little busy, so sorry we're kind of like 9-10 days later.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's what we accomplished. I don't think I'm missing anything.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching, but please stay tuned for next week to see how this beautiful little corner turns out.
Yay!
It's going to be great. Hey, Bella. She wants
Bella's exploring.
She wants her spot in the spotlight here.
She's the real star, we know. We are wishing you a really lovely week, and we say week because we may come back a little sooner. We have some changes coming in our next year, in our 1-year anniversary. We're going to have a special episode to kind of
commemorate that.
Yeah, and then
some changes going forward.
We're going to change some of our standards a little bit, a lot of our process. So with that being said, we thank you for joining our show. We ask that you hit subscribe if you like what you see. We'd love to have you on board as part of our little Brambleberry Cottage family.
Yeah, and hit the like button. Give us a thumbs up.
And that notification bell on the corner, hit that if you don't want to miss any episodes.
Yeah.
There's a weird algorithm going on YouTube, so if you don't want to miss an episode, hit that bell.
Yeah, that way you'll be notified. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.